Good evening. I'm Eric, and I'm gonna tell you how I ended up here. Actually, I don't even really know. Me and 5 other friends went to an amusement park one afternoon that seemed too ordinary to change our lives. We laughed, took pictures, complained about the heat, like any group of teenagers would. The last thing I clearly remember is the line for the roller coaster. Long, noisy, lit by lights that flashed even before nightfall. We got into the car, still arguing about who would sit in the front. After that, I only remember the dark tunnel and a flash that didn't seem to belong to the ride. Oh my God, where are we? Guys, are you okay? Where are we? What happened? For a moment, no one answered. The silence was too heavy for an amusement park. When I opened my eyes, the sky had no color. It was as if it were always about to get dark. The ground beneath us wasn't concrete or railings. It was cold, uneven, all too alive stone. And then we realized, at the same time, that we had never seen that place before, and that it wasn't part of our reality because we had never been there. The air had a strange smell, like wet earth after a storm we never saw fall. Our cell phones were still in our hands, but no screen worked. No signal, no time, no battery draining, just static. The wind blew weakly, bringing a distant sound, something between a roar and a whisper. Sheila held my arm too tightly, as if she were afraid I would disappear too. Hank tried to laugh, saying it was some elaborate park prank, but his voice trembled. Bobby pointed to the horizon, where shadows seemed to move against the light itself. Diana asked if that was still part of the ride. No one answered. Presto murmured that it wasn't possible, that there was no logical explanation. And that's when we realized there were no tracks behind us. No park, no portal, no way back. That's when we wondered, but what if that flash wasn't magic? What if it was the impact? And everyone became thoughtful, already heading towards despair. Then a shadow appeared before us. It looked like a man, and it was a man. He was wearing a black cloak. The wind stopped the instant he appeared. He wasn't walking, he just seemed to get closer every second. His face remained hidden under the hood, but I felt he was watching us one by one. My heart was beating so hard it drowned out any other sound. Hank took a step forward, trying to look brave, but I saw his hands trembling. The shadow slowly raised its arm, as if measuring our reaction. None of us could run. It was as if the ground had chosen us to stay. Then a voice echoed from inside the cloak, not loud, but too deep to be human. "You have crossed the portal." And before we could understand what that meant, he tilted his head in our direction. But what portal? Before any of us could insist, the figure simply disappeared, without saying his name, without leaving any trace, as if he had never been there. After that, we decided to walk, even without knowing where to. We walked for minutes, maybe hours, but the landscape didn't change, as if the place were repeating itself. Fatigue came quickly, too heavily, and nothing seemed to make any sense anymore. It was then that we saw a man appear before us, short, old, bald, speaking disconnected things, as if answering questions we hadn't yet asked. His voice was strangely calm, and yet it made fear grow inside us. Years passed, or at least that's what it seemed like, but we didn't feel the time. We never aged, we never changed, and the worst of all, we never left that place. It was as if the world refused to let us go, as if someone or something needed us to stay there. Suddenly, a flash crossed my mind. For an instant, everything around me dissolved, and I was back in the roller coaster car. The noise was deafening, metal breaking, screams cut in half. The track was twisted as if it had been bent by giant hands. The car had derailed just before the tunnel, hanging impossibly, crushed against the structure. The air was filled with the smell of burnt iron, melted plastic, and smoke rising slowly under flashing red emergency lights. There were people running, voices screaming for help, but everything sounded distant, muffled, as if I were submerged. On the ground, 6 bodies were scattered near the tracks, too still to be just a fainting spell. I approached slowly, recognizing clothes, details, faces that I knew too well. Then I saw someone lying on their side, wearing the same t-shirt I had that day, the same watch on their wrist, the same small cut in their eyebrow that I've had since childhood. And when I leaned over to get a better look, I realized I was staring at my own body. I shook my head, trying to push that image away, and when I realized it, I was no longer at the accident site. I had returned here, whatever this place really is. A limbo, perhaps, or something worse. After that vision, everything started to make sense. I looked at my friends and hugged them tightly, as if that could still change anything. They didn't understand at first. I saw confusion, fear, denial on each face. Then I told them everything: the flash, the broken track, the bodies on the ground. And little by little, the truth settled between us, too heavy to be spoken out loud. We didn't have a last goodbye, no last hug, no "I love you" said in time. Now, all we can do is wait here, until someone decides we've suffered enough, or until this place completely erases us.